So, gonna take a ride up to the bank, talk to you guys a little bit. In my last video about how to ride, I did say if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, and somebody did leave a question, and so I'm here talking about it. Also, I just want to say sorry about the audio quality. Nobody had the adapter for the GoPro for a microphone in stock anywhere, including on Amazon. So I didn't really want to wait for them to be back in stock to make the video. So I'm recording it through my Sena Bluetooth headset, so the quality's a little low. I mean, it's like kind of like I'm talking to you on the phone about it, I guess. But sometimes it echoes into the GoPro because it's picking it up from two different microphones simultaneously. Taking a similar route as we did yesterday. I wish I had wore 2 pairs of pants now. I thought about doing it too, and I didn't end up doing it. But I am wearing more gear than yesterday. So, one person commented on the last video, old Greg, asked, what do I do if a deer runs out in front of me? Or he said, what's your plan if a deer runs out in front of you, is what he actually said. And that's a good question, honestly. And I'd like to expand on that. What's my plan if anything runs out in front of me? A deer, a moose, a bear, a person, a horse. I mean, there's a lot of things that might be obstructions in the road. And, for instance, I was riding through Richmond. I gave a friend a ride back to his house. And the part of Richmond I had to go through, brought me through a college campus, VCU. And it's kind of like that campus is kind of just in the city. Like, main roads of the city run right through the middle of it. And so students are going back and forth between classes, and they got to cross all these major roads to do it. And these friggin' kids, man, no wonder nobody likes millennials, right? And I guess technically I am a millennial, but I was born in 1991, so I'm just barely. These kids, they just go and try and walk across the street without even looking, without waiting for the crossing signal. Shit, man. This carbureted bike, this is not running good yet because it's not fully warm. I did warm it up some. Anyway, they ain't waiting for their signal, nothing. They're just coming out right across the road without any regard for traffic. Half of them aren't even looking at all. And as a matter of fact, there was one kid, I was coming down, and there was a car in front of me, so I really couldn't see that far ahead of me coming through the city like that. And the car almost hit him, the car in front of me, and then he just kept walking like the car never even got close to him, didn't miss a beat, and he walked right out on the road in front of me. I had to swerve into the other lane. So it's kind of like the same deal as with the deer, I guess. At least the deer is a little bit fearful for their life. You know, they just don't know any better. He knew better, which kind of pissed me off. So yeah, I mean, and I get that you might be concerned about it. I mean, you're on a motorcycle, so if you hit something like a deer, you ain't got a car around you to protect you. But that's kind of part of the point of a motorcycle in a way. You know, you don't have a whole car around you. If you want a car around you, go buy a convertible. You know? I guess that's the best I can say. But in reality, it's just one of those risk management things. You gotta think about all the aspects to it and either accept certain risks that are just part of what goes along with it. I mean, a lot of people fly in airplanes, just like I was talking last time about airplanes being related to motorcycles. If that airplane crashes, you're gonna get hurt. You might die. It doesn't happen often, so a lot of people don't really think about it. You know, the rates of airplane crashes are pretty low, but when they do crash in any serious way, in general, people die or get seriously injured. and people still do it. And more people are doing it every year. And we need planes. There's no way around it. It's kind of like that with motorcycles. I guess we don't need motorcycles, but in reality, my argument for them is they're all better on gas. I mean, this bike gets right up around 45, 50 miles to the gallon if I had to guess, as opposed to, like, I guess you could drive a car that's that good on gas, but, you know, I wouldn't want to. You know, if I'm going to drive something to commute, you know, other than my truck, which gets like less than 20, you know, I really want to be on a bike. And this is one way to help with that. Helps with our fossil fuel usage. And so, but that's a risk I'm willing to take along with it. Now, if I cream a deer in a Prius or a smart car, I'll probably be at least a little bit safer. And I don't think otherwise, for sure. But you know, there's a lot of other things you could hit too, other than a deer. Back when I lived in Maine, there was a guy I knew that creamed a moose, and I know moose don't seem like something you would generally worry about, but this guy hit a moose walking across I-95 in northern Maine, and he was driving a Dodge Durango, which is definitely not a small car by any means. And that moose completely totaled his car. He almost died. Certain situations, it just doesn't matter. You can get hurt just as bad hitting a deer or a moose in your car. It's less likely, no doubt about it. But you take that risk every time you drive on a road, period. That you might hit something. Your car could break. You could go off the road. That risk exists in a car too. So, I mean, and there are certain things that you can do to help mitigate that risk. A lot of guys will not ride after dark, or won't ride certain roads after dark anyway, just because of that. Things like that, because deer are kind of nocturnal almost, and they're out and about at dawn and dusk quite a bit, and during the day they're kind of hiding. I think most people that hit deer hit them at night, if I had to guess, although I don't know the statistics on that. But and in all my years, both on a motorcycle and driving cars, I have only ever seriously hit a deer once, and that was a few months ago actually, in that V8 S10. I have a video of it on my channel. I creamed a deer in that truck, hard. And other than that, I mean, I had a close call once. I was driving a little Subaru Outback once, and a whole herd of deer came across the road. That was pretty scary, but I was able to get on the brakes and not completely cream them. See if I can find a good place to park over here. All done here.
Take a ride back. My brother is picking up his bike from the locksmith. He lost the key to that thing.
I hate riding parking lots. Especially this one. It's got speed bumps and everything in it. But we'll make it. We will live. If you're concerned about obstacles, whether it be deer or people or something like that, you're not wrong to be concerned about it. Like I said, you know, you just gotta think about, you know, being a safe rider in general. It doesn't matter what obstacle comes up. The fact, you know, some people are just worried about deer. They're like, well, that deer can come out running any time, but fact is it doesn't matter where you ride, doesn't matter what kind of wildlife or people there are. Any major obstruction, whether it be a tree in the road, or a person, a deer, a horse, a car that pulls up in front of you, it's all going to be, you know, quite possibly a life or death decision that you make. So, a couple of strategies that I use to avoid that is I try not to ride outside of my ability to react. What I mean is when I'm coming up to a corner, I like to keep myself at a speed where if I come around and I see something, I have time to react to it and stop or swerve and avoid it or something before it's too late. Woo, it's windy over here. Coming down through this road here, and anything under 60 degrees because the breeze comes howling over, and it is cold, very cold. But it seemed like the best choice at the time. I forgot about all this road work. I was actually going to go up another block, but there's road work going on and all that, so that's all right. I don't like to ride through that road work. Avoid fucking up my tires if I can. Here we go. Here's the windy part coming up here. Coming over 95 every day this week. It's been windy right down through here. I hate it. Just because of how cold it is when that wind comes across the side of you and then you're all over the road. Ugh. Who knows? Maybe it's better today. It's only like 45-ish degrees right now. Now, this wasn't as bad as it has been. See, like what just happened there? This white truck in front of me changed lanes a little closer than I like, but, you know, I was kind of being spatially aware, paying attention to what traffic was doing around me and kind of anticipated them at least a little, which helps you a lot, you know, rather than having to react at the last second. Coming down through here, I know that this merge is sometimes people get in the right lane, but it wants you to merge left, and it can be a problem. And then these guys are going extra slow. Luckily, nobody was in the right lane trying to merge, but I always get a little nervous coming over that on a motorcycle because you're so hard for people to pay attention to, it seems like. And then see that truck up there blocking the road? See, in a car, I might not notice that. I might just stop, like, kind of at the last second, but I saw that way up the road. further than I normally would. And in that way, I almost think you're less likely to hit a deer on a motorcycle just because you're always, if you're a good rider, you're always looking way ahead of yourself. Now, if you're not doing that, then the deer's a lot more of a concern for you. But, I don't know, it's like I get on a motorcycle and I all of a sudden start doing different things than I do in a car. And I don't know why. Like I said, looking way further up the road than I normally do, and looking to my sides way more than I normally do. Which helps a lot. That's why I haven't even come close to hitting a deer on a motorcycle. I've only come close in a car. I guess that can wrap it up for this video. I hope that anything I've been saying makes any sense. I'm kind of just speaking off the cuff here, riding around. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe for more. Oh, what the hell, guy? And I'll catch you all in the next one.